And also, no, I changed my topic. And a lot of the topics about AI. No one discuss IoT. And just to answer yung question ni Elder Pina, there's already a position paper on how to use AI in education. This has been endorsed by Management Association of the Philippines and Institute of Corporate Directors, emphasizing for schools, there's no single source of truth on how they will approach it. So the position paper explained that for schools, they come up with policy on AI use, possible use. Second, educate on AI literacy in students, with still mindset of higher moral grounds. No? You can use AI, but you still the integrity and the critical thinking. No? Kasi the problem is, pag nagkaroon ng AI, I remember a joke 10 years ago, no? Smartphone, idiot people. Nagkaroon ng smartphone, hindi na marunong magkalikot ng machine. No? I teach I did a introduction to students. They don't know now anymore how to configure their computers. Kasi they're into mobile apps. And that's good for threat actors, right? So yeah, no, and there's also there right now CHED has already forming the technical working group for the responsibility of data. That's tidbit, no, kasi yung part of ako yung saling po sa group. Kaya hindi ba yung pay position. So my topic is about IoT. Don't have permission. Okay. So anything that is connected to internet, IoT. So your TV, your internet TV is not anymore an appliance. It's a computer. I've seen people who try to be hip, wearables. No? Me still use analog because Google is a track. But you can be tracked. And anything, no, smart coffee, smart watch, anything that has the word smart on it, no. Apologies for those. Okay. So what are the critical areas in IoT? In the earlier discussions, having misconfiguration, no? Yeah, there's a misconfiguration and survey. Dito yung smart TV. Smart washing machine. Smart coffee machine. Smartwatch. So, kailan nyo uling in-update yung TV niya? Pinatch. Hindi pero hindi lahat ng TV o smart app supported. No, they're not, no? That's why in the US, they have this federal recognition checklist that dapat that all the updates, kasi one of the problems is outdated components or insufficient privacy protection or default settings, saka yung data transfer and storage, yun yung problem, no? So yung transparency on how IoT devices are created and updating their software components. Paano kung hardware components yung issue? Just like what happened to a major brand of computer. And you're using that. For sure, you're connecting that to your router, no? Wherein your children, your sibling, your neighbors, no? Pag pinatay yung Wi-Fi, okay. Ganun pa yung nakikikabit lang. Kailangan ko magpadawa kasi pag alright, so with all of those issues, just like yung misconfiguration na sinabi, again, no, regardless of SDLC, kasi 20 years na, excuse pa rin lagi na agile kami, traditional kami, we don't include security. So the one way to solve it, always invest security regardless of your SDLC model, no? Okay, this spiral, oblong, DevOps, dami na usong words. But I learned SDLC, wherein we invest security already. So that's the problem. It's an educational institution issue. So it's just only recent, less than 5 years or less than 10 years, that they are teaching about security in the curriculum. So let's go to the issue of the phases. No? Include security requirements. Kasi nangyayari, what we do, benta, 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 bili. Unsecured, bibili tools, tools, tools. Yung atake sa nadaan. Ilalim, sa tao may hawak ng machine. Ano ngayon yung $10 million ng ginastos? Tapos sa basarado. And if you're the CEO, Chairman, how will you explain? Oh, CISO is spending $10 million a year. We just approved. Parison Cortez yet. So, yun, no? So, take, no? Yung hardware limitation. The firmware issues. Paano pag firmware issues? The chip, ang gagawin natin, kakalapin lahat ng chip. Papalit natin. O palit pa ako. We change everything. Change these TVs. So, can you do that? Sometimes you don't know that you need to check it until it is published. Kasi we don't do threat intelligence as part of our lives. So, meaning, ano, no? Mas minsan, alam pa natin yung business ng kapitbahay sa yung private sa atin. So, time to, ano, no? Make it a laughter out of it. But ganun yung war zone. So, hardware limitation protocols and threat modeling. Philippine context. I think I only saw 1 out of 20 companies doing it. Instead of normal kasi architecture, security. Now, how about a drawing? From this research. Why not a drawing of IoT devices connected? And what are the possible threats? Think of threats. Yet, first muna, think of threat first before solution. So, once you imagine the threat, is there a solution? Imagine the Bangladesh threat, ang laki, no? If the printer was working, it could have been detected early. So, regardless of the sophistication, kung paano inattack yun. So, never, are you doing threat modeling? Oh, that's a question mark, no? We always think of risk, but we never think of scenarios yet. Kasi, no, in the past, the IoT devices before that are the bulletin boards, the whiteboards. No more whiteboards. May nakasulat. So, whenever I mag-guess, I always look at what's in the monitor, what's in the bulletin board. Kasi those are information for intelligence gathering. Now, before this, threat modeling, let's understand attack surface analysis. What is attack surface? Which was presented in this morning's session. Attack surface can be in 3 fronts. Kaya yun, digital devices, all the hardware, phones, wearables, laptop, desktop. Next, the services, the ports, the terminal. I don't know if they're still open. This is an attack surface. Even though wireless, paano ko naisipan saksa? Baka bukas Ganun na bukas. Then the third component is the human factor, the social network. The person, social media, anything about the person. So yung 3 attack surface analysis. But in this case, we just talk about, so anything in this diagram can be attacked. Now you add what are the threats. Now you come up with a solution. Okay? So lahat yan pwede. Sabi daw, don't go cloud. Expose. Expose din yan. Expose din ito. So ngayon, paano ko magpa-priority? How to prioritize? So there's where are my friends for Cloud Security Alliance? Alliance. We just had a night. So, IoT matrix. So, for secure design, you can download this file. There's an Excel file to teach you what are the probabilities and impact so that you know where to start. So, this is the guide. There's an Excel file. So, hindi ko na siya di-discuss. There's a specific operational availability and also secure application and the SDLC. So, sinasabi niya. So, it guides you already what type of controls once you understand the attack surface and the threats. and the testing side. Kasi nangyari, sa tayo focus for type testing. Hindi naman natin ginawa tama. Hindi wala ng pangalan ng asset. Pangalan ng asset, PC1, PC2, PC3. So pag nagtotroubleshoot, what is PC1? Pwede alam. Okay. So we're now in the development implementation plan. So always, yan, understand framework libraries. IoTs kasi doon component siya. Merong software side, may firmware side. So yung OS, sali tayo from an IT perspective. The problem is the firmware. Na-update ba yung firmware? Baka hindi. So what will you do now? Will you isolate? Or will you buy an IoT device that pass a certain trust mark? So in the US, they have this trust mark. I think it's still being deliberated. In Europe, they have this baseline security techniques for IoT devices. So you can use the OWASP for the security of coding practices. This is the de facto standard. It's just recently being taught in schools. I don't know if you're teaching your team to even know about this. I understand my programming in 2004. We don't talk about this, even though this has been existing for more than 10 years. Next, design review, penetration test, code verification. We're now at the testing acceptance phase. So these are all types of tests you can do. Depends on the objective. So let's see, we have to separate. So just one test is not being done because it's still manually done. Regression testing. What is regression testing? No? The first time that I heard regression is for psychology. Yung hypnotize, no? Pabalik sa nakaraan, iiyak siya. So it's not, there's no perfect system, no? You always go up. How many iterations in terms of user acceptance testing do you have? 3, 4? Sometimes those, and I experienced that as a programmer in the past. Sometimes you pick certain elements. It causes disruption on other elements. And when you do retesting, you don't retest anymore the previously working function. So regression testing is one of the things that are never done. They plan to do it. The problem is still manual. We don't know how to use tools because this can be automated. Or even stress testing. I remember one app. There's a hype. Oh, we're gonna launch a system tomorrow. After 2 hours, down. They say stop. No, they're not stressed. Enough. They plan for 100 people, 100,000 accesses simultaneously. You will guess that 60. What is that? Okay, then hardening is a continuous journey. Because once you launch it, is that you don't wait for a year to test it and find out that you need to update it. So it has to be the vulnerability management. That's where the tools now help you automate these things. But do an inventory, find the critical ones, do an automated scanning so that all vulnerabilities are exposed, presented, validated. Then prioritize based on the criticality and the timing. Because there are systems that have to be 24/7. No downtime required. So you have to prioritize, implement that patch, consider threat intelligence. Threat intelligence, the way it's marketed, as if it's always external. Okay, a vendor, let's do threat intelligence. You can also do threat intelligence internal. If you collect all logs. Where is the attack coming from? Is this from this department? From this app? Collect. Who are the sources of this IP address? Is it internal? You might be surprised, internal attacking. Then you link that with the external threat intelligence, you come up with a strategy. So this is the thing that is usually lacking, and we always focus on the external side. Not really on the internal side. We have all the SIM, the labs, event labs, system labs, whatever labs. Yet we don't correlate. We have a visibility. Is it only production that you need to harden, or also the test production non-prod? Some attacks that we've seen, they pass through here to here. They pass to the alternate site, go to the database. It's the same data. Yet they just focus in the production. So visibility and monitoring. Okay, the last is incident management. So you cannot prevent everything. You just have to be resilient because things happen. And you have to, I think it was ABET, or it was just the MTTR, MTTD. You just have to shorten it. And just put on the place. You start somewhere, no? It doesn't have to be perfect at first. Because you learn throughout. Then the problem when you're starting your profession is, sumuko, kayo natin. Eh, na-ST agad. Hindi mo naman kaya sa budget. Start somewhere. Do a triage, no? What is critical. The job, if it's the boss that has problems, it's always critical. And that your budget is approved every time. Then have an IRT, can be source, outsource, hybrid. The good thing is that there's an awareness. You keep records. I don't know why Filipinos don't want to have lessons there. We treat lessons as failure. But on a global context, it's always lessons learned. You improve over time. You collect, you gather that knowledge base so that you improve, you upgrade the plan, then do the same thing again. So it's a cat and mouse. Because attackers also learn. If they cannot attack you on this fraud, they will attack you on the other fraud. So you have to be vigilant. I think that's the last time. So, thank you.